Welcome back to another segment of the MCR. My name is TJ. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're on multiple platforms. We're on multiple social media sites. Thanks everyone for wherever you may be watching this video. Thanks everyone for your support. Last week we had a development on a situation that occurred back in February of 2018. Last week there was the life sentencing of the Parkland shooter. For those unfamiliar, because I had, honestly, until I saw the news clip, you forget what happened, and for that I'm, all I can do is apologize for not keeping this in mind. Of course, that's down in Florida, but in Parkland, Florida, on February 14, 2018, a 19-year-old, Nicholas Cruz, opened fire with an AR-15 at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. He shot 34 people, killed 17, wounded 17. Of the 17 people who died, 3 were staff members, 14 were students. 15 of those died at the scene. 2 more passed away at the hospital. Didn't make it. Prosecutors were seeking the death penalty. Nicholas Cruz did confess. There is absolutely no doubt he was the perpetrator. So the guy's in custody. And so begins this saga of what now? What's next? An odd development in that same year of 2018, November 2018, Nicholas Cruz assaults a Broward Sheriff's Office sergeant, and he's charged with aggravated assault and some other charges. Appears at a hearing for this assault charge, and this is I guess I need someone to explain this to me. Bail was set at $200,000. The guy's already in custody for killing 17 people, but they're going to set bail for $200,000. I don't know if this is a procedural thing or what, but this just flies in the face of reason, man. That's all I can tell you. October of last year, he pleads guilty to the Parkland shooting charges. And there's a suspicion that he did this in an effort to not receive the death penalty. So this October, begins litigation over, is he going to receive a life sentence or the death penalty? October 13, which was last week, Broward County jury recommends life sentence for Nicholas Cruz. And Governor DeSantis isn't happy about this. And you know what? Neither am I. I was wondering, how does someone become something this evil and wicked? So I kind of looked up a little bit about this guy. Brief bio. He was born September 24, 1998. And a Roger and Linda Cruz adopted him at birth. 6 years later, his adoptive father died, so he had no father figure, pretty much growing up. And at the end of 2017, he had already been getting into trouble by this time, but at the end of 2017, his adoptive mother passed away due to pneumonia. An interesting tidbit on this guy is he was part of what's referred to as JROTC, Junior Reserves Officers Training Corps, and it's like a curriculum in high school, which is intended to identify young men and women who could possibly have a career in the military. So they have JROTC in some high schools, not all, and I don't even know if it's really that many. But in any event, he was part of that, which would include, and I find this interesting, he was on the air rifle team, which would indicate some level of skill with firearms. And I know air rifle, but an air rifle will shoot a 17 caliber pellet at around 700 feet per second. So, to accurately shoot an air rifle does demand some skill. In 2017, he was kicked out of Stoneman Douglas High School as part of a disciplinary action. He was threatening students, and it's reported that he would be seen with a backpack, sporting a swastika, and it sounds like on various pieces of clothing or whatever he had with him, he had the number 666 etched. I don't know if they were patches or just etched into different articles that he would carry on him. Okay, and if you're familiar with the Bible, 666 is the number of the Antichrist. Okay, so this guy, he was a bad dude. He definitely qualified as being evil. Okay, as I've already reported, Governor DeSantis wasn't happy with the life sentence. Felt the death penalty was warranted, as do I. But this segment's not going to involve the debate over the death penalty. But I just want to, I have some observations on it. The progressives, the liberals, they want to keep this guy alive. And you think about it, they would much rather, they're not going to put him to death. They're going to keep him alive. But they're fine with the whole assisted suicide thing. They view the elderly as a drag on society. So if the elderly got to go sooner than later, society will be better off if that were to happen. This whole death with dignity, blah, blah, blah. Consider the fetus, how they don't even view the fetus as a human. And they're fine with terminating a fetus up until the moment of birth. They don't view the fetus as an unborn human being. And so when you consider all these positions of theirs, and they would sooner keep this piece of excrement alive. This would be the example of what differentiates us from the progressives. I remember, you got the pro-life people, and they took a mantra or a term. The pro-life people took the term of the pro-choice, who, is like pro-killing babies, okay? And they took that and turned it into life. What a beautiful choice. And I just, in closing here, I just want to say, to someone like Nicholas Cruz, who would rob people of a beautiful choice of life, well, perhaps he deserves a different choice. And these are just my thoughts. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.